Imagine a property twice the size of the White House. It's sitting at the very top of Bel Air, looking down on Los Angeles like a king on a throne. It's got 21 bedrooms, 4 swimming pools, a nightclub, and a moat. Yes, a literal moat. This is The One, a concrete monster that was supposed to list for $500 million, half a billion. It was pitched as the 8th wonder of the world, the ultimate flex, the trophy to end all trophies. But there's a problem, a massive $100 million problem. Nobody wants it. Instead of billionaires fighting to throw cash at the gate, this place became a ghost town, a white elephant rotting in the California sun. It didn't just fail, it imploded. It dragged developers into bankruptcy, triggered lawsuits that would make your head spin, and exposed a dirty secret about the luxury market that no one wants to talk about. We are watching the American dream on steroids, and it is overdosing right in front of our eyes. Today, we're dissecting the biggest real estate flop in history. We're looking at why the ultra-rich are fleeing LA, and why these mega mansions are selling for pennies on the dollar. If you want to understand the dark psychology of money and the crashes the news won't show you, smash that subscribe button right now. To understand how we got here, you have to meet the guy holding the shovel. Enter Nile Niami. Niami wasn't just a developer. He was a producer. He started in Hollywood making B-movies, and he treated real estate exactly the same way. It wasn't about home. It was about the show, the hype. His plan? Simple but delusional. Build the biggest house in the modern world. Slap a $500 million price tag on it and wait for a Saudi prince or a tech billionaire to wire the cash. He called it The One. Let's be real for a second. This place is ridiculous. We're talking 105,000 square feet. It's got a 50-seat movie theater, a bowling alley, a beauty salon, and a sky deck. It wasn't designed for a family. It was designed for Instagram. Niami took out massive loans, over $100 million in debt, betting everything that the LA market would keep going up. He was leveraging money he didn't have to build a house nobody needed. But then, reality hit. See, the Los Angeles luxury market isn't what it used to be. The rich are packing their bags. They're heading to Miami, Austin, or Nashville. Why? Because California is expensive, crime is up, and the taxes are brutal. Then came the final nail in the coffin, the mansion tax. LA passed a measure that slaps a massive tax on property sales over $5 million. Suddenly, buying a mega mansion in Bel Air isn't just a flex, it's a financial liability. The pool of buyers for a $100 million home is already tiny, maybe 50 people on the planet. But when you tell them the house comes with a tax bill the size of a small country's GDP, they ghost you. So, Niami is sitting on a mountain of debt. The construction delays are piling up. The lenders are getting nervous. The for sale sign is out, but the driveway is empty. The music stopped, and there were no chairs left. The vultures started circling. Nile Niami couldn't pay the loans. The debt had ballooned to nearly $200 million. The lenders stopped asking nicely. They sued. They forced the property into receivership. Basically, the court kicked Niami out of his own castle before he even finished building it. This is where it gets pathetic. In a last-ditch effort to save The One, Niami made a desperate video. He begged for help. He even pitched turning the house into a cryptocurrency investment scheme. He called it The One Coin. Nobody bought it. The court ordered the auction. March 2022. The day of reckoning. The listing price had already been slashed from $500 million to $295 million. But at the auction, there were no reserve prices. It was a fire sale. Blood was in the water, and the sharks were hungry. The bidding started. The world watched. Everyone expected a war between billionaires. Instead, silence. There were only 5 bidders. 5. For the greatest house in the world. When the gavel finally slammed down, the price wasn't $500 million. It wasn't even $200 million. The winning bid was $126 million. Let that sink in. After auction fees, the total came to about $141 million. That sounds like a lot of money, but do the math. The debt on the house was higher than the sale price. Niami lost everything. The investors took a massive haircut. It was a financial bloodbath. And who bought it? Richard Saghian, the CEO of Fashion Nova, a guy who made his billions selling $20 jeans on Instagram. The irony is perfect. The ultimate symbol of old money luxury, a massive Bel Air estate, was bought at a discount by new money fast fashion. Saghian didn't buy a home. He bought a distressed asset. He picked up the pieces of someone else's shattered ego for pennies on the dollar. But here is the scary part. Saghian didn't just buy a house, he bought a headache. The property had cracks in the marble, water leaks, and no certificate of occupancy. It was an unfinished shell disguised as a palace. The one wasn't a trophy, it was a trap. So, what does the disaster of the one actually teach us? It teaches us that price does not equal value. Nile Niami thought he could force value into existence just by spending money. He thought if he built it big enough, the world would bow down. But the market is a ruthless judge. It doesn't care about your ego. It doesn't care about your vision. It only cares about what someone is actually willing to pay. The one stands today as a monument to greed. It's a billion-dollar lesson that in the world of high-stakes real estate, bigger isn't always better. Sometimes bigger is just a bigger target for failure. Los Angeles is filled with empty mansions right now. The lights are off, the pools are full of leaves, the for sale signs are fading in the sun. It's a warning sign. The era of the megaflex is dying. The smart money isn't buying 100,000 square foot white elephants. The smart money is looking for assets, not liabilities. Real wealth isn't about flashing cash. It's about keeping it. And right now, a lot of people in LA are learning that the hard way. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the dark side of luxury, don't just watch. Join the movement. We are exposing the stories the real estate agents don't want you to hear. Click that video on your screen right now to see another billionaire empire that crumbled overnight. I'll see you there.